Hello everyone, this is Rick and thanks for joining. This is the 10th PowerPoint 2007 tutorial, and what I'm going to do today is share with you an introduction to animation. So what I have is just a real simple deck here, 3 slides, and what I want to show you is the first thing we're going to talk about is slide transition. So in order to get into animations, you go to the ribbon here, go to animations, and then you get several options right here. Hit the pull down menu over here and you get several more. For example, slide to the left on transition, slide to the right, lots and lots of options. So we're going to go ahead and do, we'll choose this one right here. So now what we can do is unclick that, the automatically after. That's a timer setting from a previous tutorial. But typically you're going to have on mouse click chosen, and that is going to advance your slides via mouse click. So let's go into the presentation mode. Well, let me make that smaller here. And I am going to go back into the slideshow. And you notice it's just on the first slide. So what I want to do, I'm going to hit escape to get out of there. I'm going to go back to animations, and I am going to click apply to all, and that's going to apply to every slide in the deck. So now, as you can see, it gives you that same animation per slide. Okay, so the same thing goes for sound. So let's assume that we wanted to use the drum roll. If I did that, you see the same thing happens. It applies it only to the slide that's highlighted. If I click apply to all, apply to all, and then I'm going to go ahead and you notice it's on every slide. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you. So some other things that you can edit here. You can change the speed of it, slow, medium, or fast. So there's slow, medium, and fast, so you can change it to whatever setting you would like. Okay, so another thing I want to share with you is you can animate an object. So I can highlight an object here, I go under animations, and I can go over to here under animations, and I can do a couple of different things like fade. Let me get rid of these other animations to make this a little clearer here. So I'm going to do this and say no transition, apply to all. So now it's just a normal deck. I've got my object highlighted, and it could be whatever. I just chose this graphic here, and I could choose fade. Whoop, sorry about that. Let me get rid of the sound here. Apply to all. So now again, I choose fade, and you can see it fades. I could do wipe, fly in, or I could go to custom animation. If I go to custom animation, I can do any number of things here. For example, right here, this must have been from before when I was, so I'm going to alter that, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to add an effect. So on my entrance, I'm going to say checkerboard, right? And by the way, there's several common options here. That will do fly in, I guess. But there's also more effects here. We're going to do fly in, and that's what it does. And then you can set the direction, from the left. Set the speed, we'll say medium, and it moves in like that. So then the other things you can do is you can add multiple effects. So you can go into emphasis, and depending on what your object is, some options may not be here. So I'll just do spin, right, for the heck of it here. So now I can go ahead and add what happens on exit. I can do motion, motion paths, diagonal down right, diagonal upright, and so forth. The other thing I can do here is I can go in here, and on my effects here, I can go in and I can right click over here, and I can choose options like timing of it. When does it happen after the, does it happen on a click? Does it happen after a certain amount of time? And so forth. So that, so depending on what your effect is, that will change the options over here. And when you highlight that effect or that animation, you'll get this option over here to add to that. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight these and just click remove for right now. And to remove them, you just highlight them and hit remove. I'm going to cancel that. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about text. So over here, this is a good example. I'm going to highlight text here. And I am going to go to animation. And you can do several things, right? We could do fade all at once and you can see what's happening on the screen. Or you could do by first level paragraph. You can wipe it all at once, by paragraph, fly in all at once. Or you could go down here and go to custom animation and do the same things that we did before, right? So I'm going to look at the same options that we looked at before. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it fairly simple here, and I'm going to go ahead and choose fade by first level paragraphs. And what that's going to do, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go ahead and hit slideshow. So now my title comes up in this case because I haven't done anything to that. And now I hit the down arrow or the space bar and it brings up my first bullet point. So if you want to walk through your presentation bullet point by bullet point, this is a good way to do that. So I'm hitting the space bar here to add these different bullet points in here. And again, that was going under highlighting that block of text and going under animate, and in this case I said by first level paragraphs all at once. So there's lots of different options you can do there. Okay, so that's really what I wanted to share with you tonight, is give you an overview of animation and how to use it and some common ways to do that. So thanks for joining, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.